Hello my dear fashion enthusiasts. I am delighted to welcome you back for an absolutely unprecedented fashion experience on Brandibay Fashion. Today, I'm taking you to the heart of Paris, into the magnetic atmosphere of the Pavillon d'Argent, to experience together the Dior Spring-Summer 2026 fashion show, an event that marks a historic turning point for the house. What you are about to discover is much more than just a succession of outfits. It is a true creative manifesto signed by Jonathan Anderson, newly appointed artistic director of Dior Haute Couture. It must be said that the bar was set high, taking the reins of a legacy spanning nearly 8 decades. But Anderson did not choose the easy path. He dared to rethink, disrupt, and deconstruct the rigid codes of 19th century haute couture in order to breathe blazing modernity into Dior. From the very first seconds of the show, the tension rises. The long-awaited return of John Galliano hangs in the air and promises spectacular surprises. The atmosphere becomes charged with electricity as, before your eyes, a mise-en-scene unfolds worthy of a cabinet of curiosities. Anderson invites us to cross the boundary between the organic and the artificial, a boundary so subtle that nature becomes artificial and vice versa. This reflection is born from a touching gesture, a bouquet of cyclamens offered by Galliano to Anderson himself, which will inspire the entire visual narrative. Look closely. The collection begins with bulbous silhouettes, evoking the sensual modeling of handcrafted ceramics. Anderson collaborates with Magdaleno Dundo, the brilliant Kenyan-British sculptor. Each pleated dress recalls the sensual curves of a hand-shaped urn. The volumes are imposing but never overwhelming. There is an almost airy grace in every movement. As the show progresses, we discover sumptuous fitted coats and draped dresses, whose surfaces shimmer under 1,000 flashes of hand-sewn microfiber petals. This is where all of Dior's savoir-faire comes to life. The translucent tops seem to float over the body thanks to extremely delicate whorls. I particularly appreciate this nod to the natural spirals of seashells. And then a technical coup de theater, the butterfly wing effect. With meticulously placed airy scales, Anderson recreates the enchantment of an extreme close-up on nature. It is both astonishingly poetic and innovative. But that's not all. The dialogue with history is omnipresent. Observe the 18th century miniatures by Rosalba Carriera delicately pinned onto trailing stoles. Notice the clutches covered with authentic fabrics from the era of Marie Antoinette. Let yourself be surprised by jewelry set not only with precious stones but also with real meteorites and fossils. Here, Dior fuses geology and fashion to tell a story that transcends the ages. What particularly fascinates me, and I believe this will resonate with you as well, is Anderson's fierce determination to make haute couture accessible, vibrant, and contemporary. His concept of couture for all, symbolized by the donation of the first look to the Victoria and Albert Museum, redefines the very idea of luxury. Gone is the dusty elitism, replaced by sharing and openness. To conclude this vibrant immersion into the world of Dior, I am dazzled by the conceptual boldness of the show and its technical virtuosity. The strengths are undeniable: a visionary artistic direction, a sensitive dialogue between past and future, and an inspired artistic collaboration. If I were to temper my enthusiasm, I would say that some highly conceptual looks might be less convincing to lovers of classic elegance. But what a rare pleasure it is to witness a collection that restores all the emotional intensity and disruptive power to haute couture. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. I look forward to reading your impressions of this collection that shakes up the codes while celebrating Dior's heritage. I wish you an excellent viewing of the rest of the show. See you soon for new fashion adventures. Take care of yourselves and stay inspired. Goodbye.